Today on the Daily Scoop podcast from the Scoop News Group, Customs and Border Protection servers go missing, and a top lawmaker demands a Hill briefing on planned CISA personnel cuts. It's Monday, April 14th, 2025. Welcome to the Daily Scoop podcast, where you hear the latest news and trends facing government leaders. I'm the host of the Daily Scoop podcast, Billy Mitchell. Thanks so much for joining me. Let's dive into today's top headline. Customs and Border Protection's Office of Information Technology says it's reviewing the loss of 3 physical servers, a public records request shows. According to a document produced by CBP's Cybersecurity Directorate, about 200 government devices have been stolen or gone missing in recent years. Of those devices, 140 were cell phones, and just under 40 were laptops. No items were reported to be lost abroad, according to the document. That federal employees would have lost phones and tablets isn't surprising. FedScoop has previously reported on lost electronics at the U.S. Agency for International Development and NASA, and agencies often review inventories of employee devices. Still, the loss of government-furnished equipment can raise concerns about the security of sensitive data. Some federal employees have even been caught stealing government IT equipment in order to sell it. However, the loss of 3 servers is somewhat unusual. And when asked about it, the agency did not answer a series of questions about the lost servers, including what data they might have held or whether the losses were ever reported to law enforcement. In response to FedScoop questions, an agency spokesperson said, quote, CBP is currently reviewing this issue. In other news, the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency must brief Congress on proposed deep cuts to agency personnel, a top Democrat said in a letter to its acting director. California Representative Eric Swalwell, ranking member of the House Homeland Security Subcommittee on Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Protection, wrote in his letter to acting Director Bridget Bean on Thursday that CISA is obligated to notify Congress of its plans. CISA reportedly plans to cut agency staff by nearly 40%, or 1,300 people. Swalwell wrote in his letter that, quote, upending an agency that plays such an important role in defending the homeland while keeping Congress in the dark is wholly unacceptable, adding that CISA hasn't provided the subcommittee any justification for the cuts or explained how it will execute its congressionally mandated mission with a fraction of the workforce and resources. CISA has already cut 130 probationary staffers, a move blocked in court before being overturned in an appeal. The Department of Homeland Security, home to CISA, has also distributed buyout offers in an email from its secretary, Kristi Noem. For more news at the intersection of the federal government and technology, make sure to visit fedscoop.com. The Daily Scoop podcast is available on all podcast platforms. If you've already rated the podcast on your platform of choice, thanks so much. High ratings and good reviews of the show help more people find it. The Daily Scoop podcast is a production of the Scoop News Group in Washington, D.C. Adam Butler and Carlin Fisher help put the show together, and the entire Scoop News Group team contributes. We'll be back next week with brand new episodes. Until then, I'm your host, Billy Mitchell. Thanks so much for listening.